Good day, everybody. Thank you for joining us on yet another episode of the Destiny Education webinar. Today, we have a phenomenal guest with us in the studio. We have Dr. Edwin Evoh Emeng, and he's going to be speaking to us on the business side of engineering, why technical professionals must think like executives. And so before we start out the conversation, I would just like to read out his profile a bit so we get to know Dr. Evo a bit. Dr. Evo Edwin is a seasoned engineering professional executive and a multidisciplinary innovator with over 15 years of experience across instrumentation engineering, project management, energy systems, and multimedia technology. He currently serves as the Instrumentation Specialist with Chevron Nigeria Limited, where he contributes to several high impact oil and gas projects. His experience includes serving in and commissioning teams for extraval gas to liquid projects and working as a QA/QC inspector, maintenance specialist, and senior instrumentation specialist for deep water FPSO operations. His work reflects strong expertise in control systems, plant commissioning, maintenance optimization, and operational excellence. Dr. Evoh is also the CEO of Evic Media, an animation company with over 15 years of experience delivering multimedia animation and visual effect solutions. Dr. Evoh, your CV is really is it's really amazing work you've done. Uh, Academically, he also holds an electrical engineering degree, mechatronic engineering, and a master's in mechanical engineering, and an executive MBA as well. He's currently pursuing a PhD in mechatronics engineering, robotics, and artificial intelligence. Dr. Ever, thank you for joining us today. We're excited to have you today.
It's nice to meet you, Osarugue. It's been a while.
Fantastic. So we're just going to delve into the conversation today, and the conversation is based off of the fact that most technical people are very just keen about just having technical expertise. But the basis of this conversation is that it's also important for technical people to have business understanding and business expertise. So as we delve into this conversation, my very first question to you, it might seem like a personal question, but I think it will give our audience a bit of perspective. At what point did you realize that technical excellence alone was not enough for career growth?
Okay, thank you so much, Osarugue. It's nice to see you. As I said, I am Evoh Edwin. I have been into the technical world for a long time, approximately 18 to 20 years, though. Yeah, so I've been there. One of the things I had as a priority was to get perfection in all my technical jobs.
Mm,
But going down the lane, just discovered
okay.
that you could do all you want to do, but
Hmm.
the business executives, they see your work and they applaud your work, but you don't go anywhere. You're only
Mm,
good for the job. Okay.
yeah.
You don't know about the business side of stuff. So they say, okay, this guy is a technical guy, he's good for technical, keep him there. You don't grow. So when it gets
Mm,
to that point, when it got to that point for me, it was now time to move.
mm,
I enjoy my job, I love my job, but you can't stay in a particular place for a period of time. So that was really one of the reasons I said, okay, let's see how this business works, and let me go into the business side of engineering. So that was what
mm.
prompted all these movements that you see in my profile there. Yeah.
Wow. So from what you've just shared is as much as technical expertise is important, being an engineer, but it gets to a certain point in your career where if you don't understand the rudiments of how business work, you might not be able to make decisions that moves the enterprise forward, right?
True, true. Might not be able to. Might not be able to. So
Okay.
for me, my early career, I led a project where technical deliverables were met, but on the long run, stakeholders, management, and the communication issue caused a delay. How did
Mm,
that happen? team members were frustrated because after doing the job, the stakeholders were unhappy because it got to a point, being the middleman or being the supervisor of the whole project, I just
Yeah.
discovered that I realized that soft skills was crucial to
Mm.
communicate between the management and the guys that were doing the job. So I
Okay.
had to learn to manage my expectations after that time. The
Wow.
communication and being proactive with that communication was a key for me. And at the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day, my team was happy because what management said and passing from that their own side to managerial level to explain to management what people really needed to do a
Yeah.
perfect job became a priority. But if you don't know about the business side of this technical or engineering, you will just be there and trying to push the people to do the work, but they are not getting what they really want. Yeah. What-
Wow. Wow. That's really amazing. So my very next question to you is, you know, from your own experience, what would you say are some of like the key gaps that keeps many skilled African professionals stuck, particularly in middle level roles?
Okay, for me, I would say that some of the common gaps include lack of strategic vision.
Mm,
So you have to strategize. You have to
yeah.
strategize. Then limited network. Okay.
Mm,
So the amount of
yeah.
people I could talk with to get what I need was limited.
Mm,
And when
okay.
that plays out to become a substance, it was not tangible enough for me. Okay.
Mm,
And inadequate leadership skills, I didn't have that. So the leadership skills I thought I had, they were just personal leadership skill that I grew over a period of time. Okay.
yeah.
Then this holds many back from me, held me so much from senior roles. It was so
Mm,
bad. For instance, technical expertise that I had and was something that was okay, but when they see it from their own perspective, because your supervisor will have to translate what you have as a skill to the management crew to tell
yeah.
them, and when that plays in the big picture, it might not be what they want. So just
Yeah.
do the job and leave there. So
Mm,
I was not so much into decision making because I was down there.
yeah.
So I could not influence the stakeholders at all.
Yeah.
So building some of these skills for me, after I realized that I had to move from where I was standing, okay,
Yeah.
gave a breakthrough for me. Yeah, I made a breakthrough for me. So I was not stranded where I was. So I
Yeah.
could talk with management and key into their big picture, letting them know my part in the whole scheme of things and how
Yeah.
my little part affects the big picture. So
Wow.
after that was done, whenever meetings are held, they want to bring you into it so that you translate your part into the big picture and let them see results. Yeah.
Mm. So,
So
so
that
for a
was,
person, for a technical person that has like a business expertise, it's like a double edge. You
yes,
understand the technical angle, and you also understand the business side of it, and so you gives you like a very aerial perspective or view of things, and you're able
yes,
to
true.
sort of communicate with the technical guys adequately, and also
And
translate what the technical
translate.
guys
Yeah,
to
true.
stakeholders.
Yeah,
Amazing, amazing, amazing.
true.
So, how would you say that? How do executives think differently from technical experts? I believe that you have served in both functions. What would you say are some of like the disparities that you would see with a technical person, but executive person is also different?
Yeah, so they are just two, they look at two different angles, okay?
Okay.
For the technical guy, okay, he looks at how a thing is done.
Mhm.
So if I'm building a machine, I will build my machine
Okay.
because the business executive is telling me what the machine should do and why I
Mm-hmm.
should build that machine. So the executive looks at what and why, okay?
Mm.
Why
Yeah.
the technical guy looks at how. how can this be done? So I want to do a
Yeah.
skyscraper. I want to do a skyscraper. So I, as a technical guy, is checking how can I do this skyscraper. Okay.
Mm. Yeah. Wow. So the
So the
the
business, the executive is looking at what he or she will have to put in to get
mm-hmm.
this done. And why is this skyscraper? Why should I do it? Maybe it's a block of flat. Okay, if it's a
Mm.
block of flat, this is why we are doing it to make money.
Mm-hmm.
The technical guy is not his business. His business is just to create this and give to you. Let me make my money and leave. But the business executive is looking at what this will translate to and how we can get him to the next level or her to the next level.
Mm. Okay. So the technical guy is thinking about the creation of what it is. The business person is thinking about, okay, how do we make money out of what has
This,
been created?
no, no. One is
Okay.
thinking of what we are going to do and why
Okay.
we are doing it. So that goes a long way to explain market trends. What's the
Oh yeah.
market for this? So he's concerned
Mm-hmm.
about the market. He's a businessman.
Yeah.
What's the market trend for this? What does the customer need? All right.
Yes.
What does the customer need?
Yes.
Then go further to say, okay, revenue growth. Whereas the technical specialist might be looking at focusing on solving specific technical problem.
Yes.
So he wants to solve it and it's gone. But this guy
Hmm.
is market trend. What does the customer need? Because first, you can't make a product. Okay, first, you can't make a product that doesn't have or that doesn't have a lot of people to use. Okay. So
Yeah.
demographic is
Usability.
very important. So which set of people? What I'm doing is it for old people or young people?
Mm.
So the business executive is looking at that. Why the other guy say, okay, whatever you tell me, create a stuff for me that will carry this to the next level. His own concern is how to move that arm to the next level, how to create that. That's his own concern.
Mm.
So there are those two. One talks about what and why, and the technical guy talks about how can I make this. So that's
Mm.
that difference. Right.
Fantastic. Fantastic. So, um, in your own case, how would you say like your MBA changed how you sort of led and also how you sort of make decision as a technical person?
Oh, that was really amazing. For me, my MBA was one that I will never forget until
Okay.
tomorrow. I still talk about it. So I went to Netherlands Business School.
Mm-hmm.
The program was supposed to be just for 2 years. You could run
Yeah.
it for 1 year, but it took me
Mm.
almost 3 to 4 years.
Wow.
Because for every of the modules you have to do, operations management, you have to do HRO
Yeah.
management, training interpersonal skills,
Yeah.
so many of them. For each of them, they put you in that perspective how you can work as an executive.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm doing business, the first thing there, if it's a technical business, I'm an engineer. What I am doing as business first, what does it do? How can it get me to where I am? As a technical person, is let me do it and see how many I can produce to make my money. No. My MBA really taught me how I need to do this. Okay. First, it made me understand that it's not just doing a product, but doing a product that will be relevant in that market.
Yeah.
Now, if I become an executive in any establishment, the first thing I should be able to read no financial management,
Yeah.
HR, because first, these are people that I have to liaise with.
True.
So it's like you're bringing the financial report to me. I cannot interpret the financial report. So how do I make
Mm.
profit? Now you're telling me expenditure and income, and I'm saying, okay, expenditure, income. How do I know if I'm entering into my capital?
Mm-hmm.
Return on investment. When I put a particular amount, how do I know that? As a technical man, mine is this. Just meet me, let me do it. Don't stress me with that. But this time they're shifting everything. Maybe a shifted all. So when I'm thinking of a project, what is the market value? If I'm doing my feasibility study, I have to do it properly and put all the indices
Yeah.
that I need. And at the end of the day, I say, okay, this is a good one. Within 3 years, 4 years, How can this move? Okay, what if trend, environment change?
Yeah.
What's the next way? So all the angles to really take note of, you have added it to it to say, okay, in a year time, I think this will happen. You have to project and say, okay, this might happen. If this happens, what do we do next? So you already have about 4 5 steps that when this changes to this, what if other people come in and they do this? What are you going to do? So that's
Mm-hmm.
how they make you think. It was a good one for me. It was a good one for me. And it changed a
Wow.
lot for me.
Fantastic. Speaking of change and even like mindsets, what would you say are, you know, the mindset shift that sort of helps professionals see business education as an investment and not necessarily as a burden? Because I'm a person that like, okay, why should I go and invest in a business degree? I should just sort of keep advancing in my technical, expertise in terms of like education. So what would you say is the necessary mindset shift that a technical professional should have to see a business education as an investment and not as a burden?
Okay, so for me, I would say that um, business education for me, not as a burden. Okay, first I'll say it should be individual
Mm,
based on the goal you're setting for yourself. So if
true.
the goal I have is just to work for someone, and after working for that person, I just live my life and that is it, then I don't need that. But if you see
Mm,
yourself going to a particular level in life, you understand, particular level, so okay, this is what I want to attain. So it all depends on goals, right? So the
mm,
first thing I did was next 5 years, 4 years, 10 years, 15 years, where do I want to be? That was how I started.
mm,
So when I thought of that, so one of the things that went through my mind is how do I get there? And I always tell this funny story that seems funny, but it's true. I needed to move from where I was to a new job um, description.
yeah.
So I met these people when they put up the advertisement, internal job where I work. So when they put up the advertisement, the first thing that happened was this. They said that if you have HNA, do not apply.
Wow.
Yes. And now you're not coming from outside, you are a part of the system. But now you need to move from a technical side to engineering part.
Mm,
Now the first thing they did was they put it there. Do not apply if you have HND. That was a limitation for me. So I
mm,
stayed where I was for 2 years. I said, okay, no problem. As far as I'm getting my money, no problem. Then I had an encounter outside work too. Went to an office, had a discussion with the director, met a lady there. We talked and some other, just a moral discussion. And I won the discussion. It was a moral discussion. And the lady asked a question. So, what's your level of competence? I said, okay, this, but HND, educational degree, HND. She's a professor. I said, no, you will not understand. She said, I'm here, you're here.
mm.
And when she did that, I said, no, this discussion doesn't need special. She blanked me out completely. So everything I was saying, she was not listening again.
She turned off.
So when I left that place, as I was walking back to my house, the first thing that went through my mind was this: what will it take me? I told the lady, I said, so because you're a prof, that's why you blanked me out completely. She said, yes. I said, okay, so I want to get 4 masters and 2 PhD. Then she uses our local slang that says, "Sena beans, go do them." I said, okay, no
Wow.
problem. So I left. The minute I left that same year, I went back to school. So when I went back to school, I did my B engine. Within two
Mm,
to 3 years, converting my HNA to B engine. After that, I went straight to do my master's in mechatronics, mechanical mechatronics. So I was doing
yeah.
that. I had already started my MBA in Netherlands. So I was shuffling my master's in Nigeria and Netherlands MBA. When that ended, I went to do programming consultancy online, and I got all my certificates.
Yeah.
I got all my certificates.
Wow.
Within a short period of time, 7 to 8 years, I got everything I wanted. Now I'm doing my PhD. But I later discovered that when I started doing all this program, I was not concerned about what the lady said again. I was
Mm.
enjoying the process. So when we talk about business, there are some things you say about it. When I do my calculations and it doesn't go through, trust me,
Yeah.
we don't need to do it. When passion cannot bring money for you, it becomes a burden. If your
Mm.
passion cannot pay your rent, if your passion cannot not feed your children, it becomes an issue. It will change with time. So
Mm.
when I did this, and I saw that it was not about how much skill I had, it was important, but it was
Yeah.
about how much I can manage my skill to
Yeah.
bring a return that will take me to another level. So for me, my MBA changed a lot of things about what I, in short, the orientation I had about a lot of things. It changed it. So if you have a goal, you think about doing that. Some people go to do engineering management, which is absolutely amazing, where they teach you about management, executive management, and so on. It's good. Why I decided to do an executive MBA because as you're doing the executive MBA, you are practicing. The executive
Yeah.
MBA, you're not coming, it's called action learning. You are not coming now to start doing this one that you are writing so much, writing exams. No, you tell them you want to do a project on this. You use your company to do the project, and you
Yeah.
get all the parameters you want from your company, and give a solution. So if there's a solution with this company, so I could come to you and say, okay, you are my colleague in my MBA. Your company, I want to. What are the issues you're having in your company? I want to solve it, and that becomes my
Mm.
project before my dissertation and everything. So it all depends on your mindset and where you're going to. If you're not going
Mm.
anywhere, just want to stay there. You don't need it.
But ideally, from what you've said, I believe that most people want to go somewhere. So it's an ideal thing for them to consider taking a business degree, as that helps them set up something tangible for themselves, so that somehow they can also become employers of labor and not just employees. So
Yeah.
my next question at this time to you is, what is like the biggest mistake technical professional make when moving into leadership?
Hmm. So I think first, they concentrate so much on the technical aspect. Okay,
Mm.
neglecting people management and leadership. Okay, so
Mm.
it's people leadership management or managing management and leadership is about empowering others, not just technical expertise.
Mm.
Yeah, it's about empowering others. Then technical pros often struggle with delegation and feedback and conflict
Yeah.
resolution. So, which for me, they need to build up leadership skills before you
Yeah.
get in there. But if you don't, your emotions will take a larger part of you. Yes.
Mm.
So it's like I have a lot of people that in my space, I'm just giving an example that will have to do jobs at different points for me.
Yeah.
So I have the guys that will have to use the crane. I have the guys that will have to use a particular thing. We have to paint. I have a guy that will have to do the transmitter and a lot of things. Now, there's so much. And each of these guys, they have their own characteristics.
Yes.
So some you make your daily schedule, and after making your schedule, you say, okay, within this frame of time, you have to achieve this.
Yeah.
So you started by 8 o'clock. By 12 o'clock, the person has not started. It's still moving around. By 3 o'clock, he has not started. That's when he's prepping to start. Now, remember, by 5 o'clock, I have to hold a leadership meeting and I will have to defend all the jobs I told them I was going to achieve that day. So, how do I go about that? So, by 5 o'clock, half of these technical guys, they've not done their job. And you're going back to management, to tell management that this is how far we've gone. It can work. So, one of the things I developed over a period of time
Yeah.
is people management. Knowing the various people you have sanguine, melancholic, phlegmatic, and choleric. So
Yeah.
you have to sit to study them. If these guys are much that you cannot study, I'm talking about leadership now,
Yeah.
then in your little space, when you have delegated authorities you've put in place, let them in their various place have a team building to manage and watch people and see how they carry out their job. With time, the way a person carries out his job, you will know the kind of person he is.
Mm.
I was making joke with a friend some days. When you are driving on the road and you pass a particular on at a junction, when you meet a particular person and you move very fast to pass that person and you are in front, watch very well. If that person, you see the person drive past you, and when he passes you, the
Yeah,
person,
yeah.
funny enough, it's not the way he passed you is not as much. It's not when he's in front. It's not the same speed he's going. So definitely, you know that one has one. He has maybe anger issue.
Yeah.
So when you see them on the road, some of them, the way you just move and enter, their windows are wound up. Yours, but they are talking to you through their space and they want you to hear. You could see different characters in your space. Why some people that are in my space, some people that are very outspoken, you come in the morning, they are not talking. They're just quiet. Something is wrong. And psychological safety comes into play too. When this
Yeah.
person is not in a good frame of mind, accident is bound to happen. So for safety reasons,
Exactly.
you have to watch all these things in leadership. Have to watch it, accountability, giving feedback to them, accountability to whoever the stakeholder is very important. So when you're coming into leadership as a technical guy, your technical skills is important, amazing. But now know that it's leadership skills that you have to bring into the picture and manage that and manage the people you're leading to. Thank you.
Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you for just highlighting that. It would definitely be great for um, technical professionals that are considering leadership to sort of have a blend of people management skills uh, to be able to succeed at it. Okay, so my very last question at this time to you is: what skills should African professionals build now to stay relevant in the next decade?
Oh,
Because things are
so
changing.
yes, so that's what I wanted to say. The world is changing seriously, okay? And it's changing very fast. I could remember some years growing up, the first time I saw a GSM in my former area, we had a very rich man in that area. He was holding, was it Turaya? And it was by his fence, white fence. I was making a call. When he was making that call, first I thought he had a mental problem. So why are you talking into a little box? Then he was talking. So when I passed, I discovered that the little box was talking to the person. Wow. I said, wow,
Fascinating.
technology. But as time went further, none of us could believe that you would check your phone, WhatsApp, you're doing a video call, you're actually seeing the person.
Yeah,
Which means it's not about sound anymore. It's about
yeah,
pictures. And now emotions are coming in, diving in. The way the person
yeah.
look, the way the person feels at a particular time, that starts coming. So the world is changing. The technology, I'm doing robotics at the moment. Trust me, some of the things that will hit us soon, you will not believe. They're intelligent, they're intelligent robots. All you just need to
Mm,
do, make the robots, after making the robots, the next thing, machine learning. Program your robot to the level you want to program to. Then the robot starts studying you if you are the subject and
yeah.
making its own decision based on your own decision.
Mm,
So the robot wants to behave like you, wants to pattern. So you can send the robot to the market. The robot will have the same sarcasm, the same voice, the way you talk, and behave like you. So the world is
wow.
changing. So one of the skills I would say is you can build your skill in data analysis because
Mm.
right now data it rules the
Data
world.
is king.
Yes, it's the world, and digital tech is very
Mm,
important. Digital tech is very important, and leadership skills, then strategic thinking. Strategic
yeah.
thinking. So I don't need to be emotional about anything.
Mm.
I just want to sell bags of cement. I don't just want to sell bottled water. And now I'm looking at the bottled water. I can't challenge the big players in the field.
In the
If they are
field,
selling
yeah.
their a bottle 75 cl bottle water for 120, now I'm checking my production total production expenses, and it sums up to, let's say, 115. I
Mm.
know definitely I can't go in there.
Yeah.
I can't go in there because the margin is too close.
Yeah.
And you don't even, if your brand is a brand that is coming up.
Yes.
So what do if they are going to swallow you? So I don't need to be emotional because I like bottled water, I must sell it. No. Check if it's something that will, the margin for your profit is too slim, they try to avoid it. And some people don't understand. If I'm paying for a shop for 3 million and what I'm selling inside the shop is 2 million, I don't know how it works. Then I have somebody I'm paying inside that same shop, let's say 25,000. I'll have to still pay myself maybe 30,000. I'll pay for NEPA and everything. And if you sum up every of those stuff, those amounts, it sums up to be less than 150,000 or 200,000 as my expenditure every month. Now, the first question is this: how much are you going to
Are you
make?
making? Yeah.
Yes. Then remove what your capital from it. And
Mm-hmm.
when you remove that, how much are you going to make? If after everything your profit is 100,000 and you are spending 150,000 with time, okay, you dive into your capital just with time, then there will be nothing for you to sell. Nothing
Yeah.
for you to sell. So the first thing is this: what are you getting? And for every business, people don't understand your rent first. There should be a rent account. That's what I tell people. Rent account so that from your expenditure, you divide your rent into 12 places and put it there so that at the end of the year, you transfer to your landlord. Your landlord gets that money. You don't kill yourself. So somebody's telling you, this is the business I want to do. This is how much, this is how much I'm going to get. At the end of the year, the person is calling you, I want to pay rent. That's a trap for you. Say no,
Mm.
I just want to do something. Mm, just want to do something. So if I am not there, or the person that is going to give you money again is not there, who manages, who fends, who takes that body? You will
Mm.
take the body. And now business have gotten to a new level where it's no longer business that if I'm not there, it doesn't work. I know for
Yeah.
a start of business, you have to be there to create a system, but create a business that when you leave the business, you're not there. You could be sick. Sickness might come in. Your kids could be sick. When you are not there, that is not the right time. You are saying, okay, this person, they come around because you are not there. Business stands still. That's a bad one.
Mm.
So it stands still. So first, I would say this, that for us to go into business, some skills you need to get. You need a business skill.
Yeah.
Yes. Financial management is very important. People management is
Yeah.
very important. Leadership skill is very important because people will work with you. And when they come in after your interview, it is not the character or attitude they told you from the start that you are going to see. So when seeing those things play, you will drive the first one, get another one, then that one changes too, get another, change it. So it's a dicey situation that you need to really sit. Entrepreneurship in Nigeria is very, very difficult. We have so much challenges, like bad roads and everything, but definitely you have to be skilled to follow through.
Wow, wow, fantastic. I like how you put it that, as even as the world is fast evolving and things are changing pretty much, it's important for people to learn, business skills, how to manage business, how to manage people, leadership skills, financial literacy. It's important,
It's very important.
regardless of whoever you are, whether you are a technical person or you are a business person. That's really, really so important. All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Eva. It's been really amazing having this conversation with you today. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for sharing your expertise and sharing your experience with us as a technical professional that also double edges as a business professional. So, if you were to give young professionals, let's say entry level or mid level professional, a word of advice, what would be that advice for them?
Okay, for that, I would say for every business you want to do, learn the skill. Skill is very important. Skill is very important. Learn it. Then the business objectives is key. It's key. So know what the company wants to achieve and align your work with those goals,
Mm,
whatever you're bringing. Then financial literacy is very important. Understanding return on investment is key. Then
investment.
we'll have what we call cost benefit. Okay, cost benefit. Then we'll have so the cost benefit is an analysis that you have to make. Okay, so that is very important. And finally, money talks. Okay,
Mm,
money talks. So know how money talks in business. Then again, I will say there is what we call business language. Okay,
okay.
non-tech people understand business language. Technical people, major, they might not understand. Everything is technical. They want to explain it with the technical explanation. Then think big. Think big.
Mm,
The picture you see first, you have to put it in your subconscious mind first. And that picture should be what you see every time. So that picture explains the direction, the vision, the mission of the company, and there are tenets of operations, how it's going to go.
mm,
So for every business you want to do, the objective of that business is key.
mm-hmm.
So that talks about what and why you're doing it.
Yeah.
Yes. Then how finance can come in. It's very key. Then I think the language of money still still is very important too. Yeah. So that would be my
So
advice.
every professional, whether you are entry level, mid level, understand the language of business, understand the language of money, and learn how to speak that language, right?
It's very important. It's very important. Very
Okay.
important.
Thank you so much, Dr. Eva. Thank you, everyone, for joining us and staying with us from the beginning of this edition of the Future Forward African Professionals webinar. It's been amazing having you guys here with us. Let's just check if we have any questions. Okay. We do not have any questions at this time. Well, thank you everyone for joining us and staying with us from the beginning